Hi everyone. Hope you're having a good day. Uh, I'm just here to speak about my life choices. And I just want to say I'm not here to bash anybody or give anybody advice. Um, I'm just here to kind of share where my journey with not where my journey, but my journey with drug addiction, how it started for me, things that I went through during addiction, and feelings and stuff like that that I experienced while being addicted to drugs and to where I am now in life. So I don't know if this is all going to be one video or not. It might be a few or it might just be one. I don't know. So I'll just get right into it. I'm going to start off by saying I'm 37 years old. I have a 10-year-old son, and I started using drugs heavily when I was 18. Um, so I started using crystal meth when I was 18, but prior to that, I drank, I did acid, I did ecstasy, I smoked a lot of weed. Um, and so that kind of when meth was introduced into my life, I was like, oh, okay, cool, I'll just try it. I had been drinking at best friend's house, and the drug was offered to me in rail, like to sniff it. So I was like, okay, sure, I've tried all this other stuff. What's this gonna do? Cool. So that's when my addiction started, when I was 18 years old. And it continued on for 17 years of my life. So the first feeling that I felt when I got high was great. Because I was in a house full of people who were also high and drunk. So it was good. Um, the first red flag for me should have been when I was going home. I was scared if my parents were going to be awake to have to, excuse me. I was scared to have to confront them or talk to them because I was high and I knew I was high. And yeah, when I got home, they were asleep by that time. So I snuck in and went to bed. Obviously, I wasn't sleeping because that's what crystal meth does to you. You're awake and you're feeling energized, and you're just ready to go. Conquer anything. That's what it felt like for me, anyways. Um, so then I continued to, if somebody were to offer me that drug, I would, yeah, sure, cool. And then I started to hang out with people that were, that's what they were doing. And then I started dating somebody who was doing that all the time. So for me, it just started off, I purchased some on the weekend to party or whatever. And that's where, you know, for me, that was it for a couple months. And then as time went on and I started kind of purchasing more on the weekends, I would have some left on Monday. And so I would end up doing it at school, or, Monday would turn into Tuesday. And when you're not sleeping, days, it's kind of like quarantine. You don't know which day it is or whatever, but I mean, um, you're not at a level head. With quarantine, you're kind of grounded and whatever. Anyways, so weekend partying turned into everyday partying, skipping school. Um, and I didn't really think it was a problem, obviously. Um, I liked how it felt. I liked the people, the friends that I was now meeting and getting close to or whatever. I liked the party lifestyle. And it never occurred to me that it would be a problem. It never occurred to me that I would become a drug addict. And that's where it took me. So from, going from weekend partying to buying my own to the really crappy part of now I need this to stay awake. It's not just to party. It's not just to have fun. It's I need this. I wasn't able to function. I wasn't able to, get up and just do normal everyday activities like get up and, have the energy to shower or make a meal or, whatever. This drug was controlling my life. But even at that point, in the beginning of it controlling my life, I still was unaware that what was happening. So I'm gonna try not to make this video too long today, because there's a couple other things in my life that happened and feelings that I felt. Yeah. So and I don't have any editing equipment, so this is just going to be the raw video, no editing done to it. I'm sitting in front of my bedroom window where the lighting is okay. I'm out of, my family's way of them doing their daily activities. So I just want to kind of put it out there that I will be touching base on the lying, the shame that I felt from lying to my parents, some of the different things that I put myself through and did to myself, which at the time when it was happening, I thought it was good. It was making me feel good. But in the end, it was just some really shameful things. I don't feel shame from it now because the journey ended with God delivering me from drugs, but I do want to touch base on some things, and then I'll talk about them in depth more in a few other videos. So I'm going to touch base on abortion. I'm going to touch base on homosexuality. I'm going to and these are just things that personally I've experienced, and I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not saying do this, and you'll be clean. I'm not saying, oh, I'm better than you if you're still struggling with drugs, that because I'm not saying that at all. I just felt really, I want to say pushed, but that's not the correct word. I just felt that I wanted to share my story with people who would listen, and in hopes and prayers that it would touch somebody and help them. So I'm going to touch base on abortion, homosexuality, lies, obviously, deceit, theft, jail. Yeah, so I just do want to read something, because this book here, sorry, it's backwards, it's called Jesus Calling, was the catapult in my recovery. So I'm just going to read today's. Because Jesus called me and I listened. So today, I think today's April 16th. So I had read the wrong one this morning. So in this book, it's just a little tiny thing for each day. This is the 15th, 16th. So it says, I am calling you to a life of thankfulness. I want all your moments to be punctuated with thanksgiving. The basis for your gratitude is my sovereignty. I am the creator and the controller of the universe. Heaven and earth are filled with my glorious presence. When you criticize or complain, you are acting as if you think you could run the world better than I do. From your limited human perspective, it may look as if I'm mismanaging things, but you don't know you don't know what I know or see what I see. If I pulled back the curtain to allow you to view heavenly realms, you would understand much more. However, I have designed you to live by faith, not by sight. I lovingly shield you from knowing the future or seeing into the spirit world. Acknowledge my sovereignty by giving thanks in all circumstances. I'm going to end on that note. If you want to comment, comment. If you don't. It's blizzarding out right now. So, videos to come. Yeah. Love you guys. God bless everybody.